If this world were mine.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I'd take your dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I'd take...
Monday morning, did have such a great weekend. I did get some things done, but was just not really in the mood. Actually quite, not depressed, but not in the most happy mood. And the weather does affect my mood a lot, but it was also just me comparing myself to others. I keep falling for that trap, and I know I'm not the only one. I know some of you guys probably also have this. It's totally normal, and it's just good to remind myself these things takes time, and it's good to not look to others too much. It's good for motivation, but it's so easy for me to fall into that trap. So knowing that, I'm gonna look less at my competitors, just doing my own thing. So if you struggle with this too, then you know that I struggle with this too, and it is something that I will probably never lose, but at least try to manage a bit so it doesn't hit as hard.
This world were
It
mine.
go in, out, do slow. Maybe you would stop, strike, pose, and
I'm now editing a new video and I'm super excited. It makes me a bit more happy, elevates the mood, because yeah, it's just nice to be editing something new and it's different. So that is also nice. Don't get me wrong, I still love creating the tutorials, but of course it gets more boring over time. Like nothing stays exciting when you do it like every week, 2 videos a week. So having a new format to work on is really exciting.
Get found with them. All these chains, rest in peace to Heritage.
Just recorded the intro of the editing challenge, which actually went really well, and I'm super excited to put it in the school community, basically unleashing it and letting everyone start on the edits. What's super cool is that this is the intro of the new format that I'm working on, and like I just mentioned before, it just excites me to work on this like new format anyway. And the editing challenge, it's something I get excited for every month, because the work that's being sent in is crazy. Also because I'm probably gonna do it a bit differently, maybe even with a co-host, but it does always take a lot of time, and that's maybe hard to see because you're thinking like, oh, it's just some footage that you're using. But first of all, I have to record it, have to create a script, have to edit it, have to think of a concept too, and it's sometimes just difficult because my time is a bit spread thin. My main priority now is the paid school community, because these people are paying for their membership. I just want to provide as much value as possible. And of course I have 2 Q&A calls every week. I have the stock premium websites, which are already worth it, of course, but I also know that you're not in it just for Q&A calls and just a stock website. You also want to see more deep dives, you want to see more content. You want to learn more, basically as much as possible. And it needs to stay refreshing, otherwise why would you stay? So this is also something that's always on my mind, and again, it makes it difficult because I also have other stuff to do. I can't just do that. I wish I could. However, I am trying to outsource as much as possible, which is nice because that does save a bit of time. I can't outsource everything, but for example, my YouTube thumbnails, but also some editing maybe on my YouTube channel, which is nice. And also with the clients, it's nice to maybe outsource here and there. So I need to work on that. I do sometimes fall for the trap of like, oh, I'll pick it up myself. It's quicker anyway, and then end up spending a lot of time on it. Because the easy way is not always the best way. Now, this advice is not applicable to everyone, of course. It depends a bit on where you are at in your journey. So always keep my advice, or any advice actually, with a grain of salt.
young hearts be free tonight. Time is on your side. Don't let them put you down.
That's a very cute.
Hang it on the wall.
Handmade in India.
Point of view.
We're just gonna go for some dinner. This day went by so quick. Have that,
We're also doing other stuff.
yeah, okay, Christmas stuff too.
Maybe they're interested.
Oh yeah, sure. We're also gonna buy some Christmas gifts. Are you interested in that? I don't know. Let me know in the
We
comments.
can give a haul.
A Christmas haul. This day went by so quick, and a lot of days go by really quick, but this day really felt like there wasn't enough hours in the day. I posted basically the schedule for in the Social Creator Club for next year, and it's super nice to see all the response on that, because yeah, it just makes me really happy to see that everyone is super excited, not just me. So that's cool. Can you hold it? Old man noises. Where do we have to go? So yeah, I posted in the community and yeah, basically got a lot of nice responses, even from some members that were already like member from February, March, when the school community just started out. And yeah, it's just crazy to see some of you, the guys in the community, that they had such a transformation, and yeah, that just makes me really happy. Also posted a new YouTube video, did some client work. I am also planning to be a bit more focused on YouTube creators, basically on how to edit and like how to create engaging edits. And that will be in the school community, but of course also on this YouTube channel. So yeah, excited for that. I'm saying excited a lot of times. That's the only word I know in my vocabulary.
What would I have to do to call you mine? Someone like you is so hard to find. You can open up your eyes or you can walk in blind. All I ask is that you hurry, I won't hurt you, don't you worry. Listen to me, I'ma set you free. You ain't gonna break your heart again. Go through the worst to reach the ecstasy.
Right, where the fuck is my After Effects? I'm now busy setting up this cool underground garage in Blender, and I can always really lose myself in it so much that a few hours has been passed. When did I start? I think at like around 2 o'clock. No, 1 o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock. And it's now 3:30, so basically 1.5 hour. Time just flies by, and I know it sounds so cliche of like time flies by when you're having fun, but it is really true. Like, yeah, when I'm editing, really like time just flies by. And it made me think of this quote of like, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do? And I think it would be this, you know, if I had all the money in the world, I never would have to work a day in my life. Would probably just be in After Effects and Blender all day. Not because I need to do, like, because with a deadline, things like that. No, just to play around, create things, you know, like I wouldn't sit on the couch with popcorn all day. Okay, maybe for the first week if you have unlimited money. But after that, I would just be playing around and trying out things. Because it's so much fun, right? I don't know, that whole creative process, thinking of things, the gears in your brain turn. That's just really satisfying. Problem solving. At least that's really satisfying for me. Maybe you don't have the same thing, but yeah, that's just what makes me really happy. There we are. Say hi, everyone. I mean, you basically already said hi. So just had the coaching call and went really well. It was super nice. Just answering some questions. What did we talk about? I already forgot. Yeah, so we went through one of the reels of Matt, which was cool. Matt always has really good questions. Went through an effect of Alexandra. And then lastly, we played around with Blender. Also spoke a bit about the editing challenge. Now I'm just gonna get some groceries.
Yeah, partially functional. Half of me is comfortable. The other half is close to the cliff, like Mrs. Huxtable. These boys got them hoses and clips.
Great weather, right? What? I didn't change it. Oh, I do change my voice when I talk to the camera, but normally I don't change. I have a vlogging voice. No, it slipped. Did you know? We didn't. Exactly. 11 days, no sun. 11 days, no sun. Yeah, that's wild.
We need to go to an infrared sauna.
Does that help?
I think so.
Had 2 calls, 1 client call and 1 call with a YouTube coach. That was super interesting. I know it's super cliche, but yeah, invest in yourself, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that was super interesting, like to see a bit of like an outsider's perspective on the YouTube channel. Worked on some client stuff, and then I worked on the intro of the new video, Learning DaVinci Resolve in 7 days. Which, yeah, I'm really excited to launch the video, but also show the intro, because I already spent quite a few hours on that intro, so just rendering it now while we go out, and then I'm super curious when we go back what it will look like. And since I created a whole Blender scene, which is gonna export now, will take a while. Literally, I saw 20 seconds per frame. Probably takes an hour to render 8 seconds, 8-second segment. But yeah, that's why it's smart to put the render on while you're gone. I can't use the computer anyway, I can't use the laptop, so it's a great workaround.
Every time it rains, pennies from heaven.
if I cycle, it doesn't do anything. I have to walk the last part. At least the weather is good, but I need to get my bike fixed again. What am I even complaining about? But still, it's adding time to your schedule which you didn't plan for, and I hate when things like that happen, you know. I like to be in power of my planning.
Sure that your umbrella is upside down.
Just a quick sit down. First of all, this morning wasn't great. Sometimes it's so hard. Like I have this mental battle of waking up early or going to the gym, and it's like, just want to stay in bed, you know, like, or I'm like, oh, it's so cozy, just want to keep working at home. And I just wanted to share that because I know it's so easy to think like, okay, when you see things online, it's like, oh, like he probably has it easy, just going to the gym every morning or for 3 times a week. No, it's not. So some days it is easier than others. Well, this morning, it wasn't. It was super hard. And like I said, I had this battle with myself. And what is nice, of course, is that I have the flexibility to wake up a bit later or go to the gym even a bit later because I can make my own schedule. I can create it myself. So that's nice, but it's still really difficult. It was really difficult. The more satisfying it is when you do go to the gym then, because yeah, you feel like you won that battle with yourself. And I just got some work done, which is nice too. Just edited a bit and got this message in and a question which I think is super nice to share with you guys. As an editor, what kind of content should you push out on your social media? Now, I think of course it depends on which situation you are in. If you don't even have a client yet, then focusing on content can also be a bit of a distraction, and then I think you should do other things to get the first client in, to get a bit of money, to get that ball rolling. And spending too much time on content doesn't really make sense. But if you do already have a client and you have a bit of money and also a bit of time to spare, then creating content is really important and a good way to get inbound sales or inbound leads. Now, there's one mistake that I see editors make, and that is creating content for editors. Now, in my situation, that makes total sense because my product or my service is mainly focused on editors, but your service as an editor is not focused on editors, it's focused on other clients like coaches or maybe entrepreneurs or maybe creators. So try to make content that focuses on that target audience instead of editors. And of course, you will still have editors in that target audience. If you're gonna create videos, cool looking videos, then you will still get editors. But changing the content up and basically creating content for this audience can really help. Now I'll give you 2 concrete examples. Instead of creating a video, for example, these are 3 video editing tips that you can utilize in After Effects. That really targets the editors, right? Instead of doing that, create a video of like, these are 3 ways to increase your average view duration as a creator. And then don't go too much in depth into After Effects or editing, but keep it broad, keep it on the surface, and you will target more the creator. And also just make some funny content, make some memes, and like, don't take it too serious too. Now, I really think this is like a mindset shift as an editor to, instead of create content for editors, to create content for your target audience. I hope that makes sense. And now I'm gonna go home, get some lunch. Oh, look at this. I need to show you this. Bloop. Even though the weather is way better, it's still super cold. So quickly go back home. I need to find a way to get my bike back though. Well, I'm getting some takeout and getting way too much takeout. Cooking, it's not my favorite thing to do. It also takes a lot of time. Anyway, that wasn't what I wanted to say. I just wanted to say really grateful for this week, and how it started out wasn't too great, like you've probably seen. And I also hope it shows a bit that it's not perfect, you know, like there's still things I'm struggling with. Even though that's sometimes not really easy to see, like when you just see the end result of people, like you see these Instagram reels or you see these Instagram stories, it's hard to see that there is something behind it. Like there are moments when I'm not feeling great or when I'm struggling with things. But then again, really grateful for people around me, you guys and the community. And then I want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Then don't forget to subscribe, and then happy Christmas and happy New Year.